Washington's 18th rally, 18th worldwide?
Yes.
So we're part of the worldwide rally, and if you guys don't know who they are, which most of you do, but some of you don't, I see new faces. The worldwide rally is an international movement dedicated to the preservation of freedom and human rights. They have rallies every few months all around the world, and I'm so happy that Washington is a part of most of them, if not all.
I'm asking you to show me. I'm asking you. Why don't you call your supervisor?
You're making something out of that. Assholes. Stop.
Yeah, you are.
Stop.
I'm going to get back to you.
I've even
Jacob,
said
hang on. Let me record this for you. No.
said where you can stake them.
Where can I stake them?
Where to stake them over here.
You never said that.
Yes, I did. The previous person.
You didn't say that to me.
Okay. Well,
So, Jacob, you're telling me that I can't stake anything in here in the grass on the campus property.
Correct.
But I'm asking you to show me from the Washington Administrative Code where it dictates that that is a rule.
I'll let you know that there is no staking in the grass on the campus.
For what? For my permit? The rules and terms in the permit? Okay, I will look. I will review the fine print.
Hey, I just wanted to let you guys all know, we're going to start here in about 10 minutes. We're just waiting for Southwest Washington to show up. They're part of us, so we're not going to start without them. No man left behind, right?
Fucking pirates.
I believe there's no parking on the sidewalk. There's no parking of vehicles on the sidewalk. That I know for a fact.
Property belongs to state property. The public pays for it, right?
Huh? Yeah, ought to. But actually, I was going to say, do you want it, or did Walsh not actually have any more authority he could lend on that, since he probably sees the RCWs off the top of his head if he was to talk with them?
You know, it's I could get myself all worked out and spend the next 3 days looking up the RCWs, contacting the Olympia Police Department, filing a complaint and everything, and for what purpose, right? Unless there's some financial or beneficial interest for me to gain something out of it. Sorry, what's the point? They're just tyrants.
We got some kind of rule about staking flags, big stakes in the ground. Well, they claim they do, and I don't have the resources or the time and energy to go buy it all right now. Look through the wax.
Oh, got in the way again.
So while we're all standing around waiting for Southwest Washington to show up, like I said, no man left behind. That's not what we do. So what we're going to do after this rally, though, is we're going to Varsity Pizza in Yale, and you guys are all welcome to show. McKenna! Varsity Pizza in McKenna. It's a great time, it's a great place, and they like freedom, so that's why we go there. Jay Inslee's over here, he's a communist, and they haven't done anything. And the reason why, they're getting paid, right? We're paid, but they're getting paid under the table. Private communists can keep control over you guys, and that is the truth. Otherwise, they would stand up and do what is right. And as we all know, they haven't. Staring here, door knocking in certain neighborhoods is not actually a smart thing to do. You shouldn't try it. But as far as your neighbors and your communities and the places that you know that are safe, that is where you need to be talking to your neighbors. One thing in Washington State is we no longer have communities. Our communities everybody stays in their house. Why? Why is everybody so isolated? Here you go. This is it right here. It's hard to stay on top of their love. It's hard to stay on top of everything they're doing because they do it behind scenes. When the doors are shut, when it's late at night, when they're all in their buildings in there, everybody's gone home, it's on a weekend or a holiday, and they go in there and they sign their little communist bills and take our rights away. And it's disgusting. And it's until the people stand up and actually realize, and we make the change. We have to make the change. We are responsible to change it.
But anyway, so they tried to make me wear a mask during that statewide recount. And I was like, no way, I am not wearing a mask. And so I went to the police department, to the sheriff, to the guy, everybody says the sheriffs are going to help you. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. I said, so if I go back in there, are you going to arrest me? He goes, yeah, I'll probably get you out of there. So I was like, well, whatever. Well, thank goodness, my big buddy over there, Jim Walsh, yay, go team. He says, I got the lawyer. So the lawyer called him up, and that was out. Right? They said, okay, you can come back in. Now that's a statewide recount. So I go back in there for the election thing to start watching. And they said, oh, you have to wear a mask. All our workers were sick, and we don't want to, we don't want to be able to not count if everybody's sick, so you have to wear a mask. And it was a Friday when I first found that out, and I thought, okay, do I want to go to jail for the weekend? So I said no. I regrouped, but I went back in there on October 28th, and they said again, you have to wear a mask. The police were there. I told them I'm not wearing a mask. Okay, well, you can stand out in the hallway. That was their accommodation, right? If you don't want to wear a mask, you stand in the hallway. And so I went back there and I'm like, okay, I cannot effectively do my job in the hallway, in a doorway. You just can't see everything. You can see 4 people here, you move to the next doorway, you got 4 more people, okay? That is election interference, because I can't see those workers. Again, my auditor is a Republican.
Yes, she sure is.
Right?
She says she is.
So after further investigation, lawyers, everybody, and what are we gonna do? We gotta do something. And I went in there and I told that police officer, I said, at some point, I'm going back in that room, just to let you know. I said, what are you gonna do? I want to know my consequences. I said, are you gonna manhandle me? And he said, well, no, So anyway, they were all doing their thing, and I just walked right in. He sat down, and I was observing. One election worker came back, oh, you gotta leave. I said, no, I'm not. Another one came back, no, I'm not leaving. And then the police came in, and they escorted me out. And the video is everywhere now. So, I couldn't believe that. My heart was broken. You know why it was broken? Is because there aren't a lot of people going in there to observe. Nobody can see that. And I go in there to observe just so I can say, hey, my election people working in there, they're good to go. I know because I'm sitting in there.
Heidi St. John, he should have had it in 2022. Every single vote I carried down there, except for 2, was for Kim. Every single one.
Well, we had a rhino board. They attacked Kathy McDonald from the inside. They sent Dylan Crane to his campaign.
They were trying to do that again this time. There was more at play this
Ozzy was in on it last time. They got rid of him, put Flo. She worked her butt off.
Flo's better.
She worked hard.
But I mean, the numbers in Lewis weren't good, and the Farm Bureau there supported Lisa Camp.
Well, Skamania County, she went up there and gave them money, and they half the solids that I knew for 30 years up there rolled for a communication system.
Well, we just
they'll
need
probably
to-
never get. I mean, Ann Rivers never gave us our bridge, she promised. I mean,
So not only are they going after us inside our own party, not only did that happen, how many of you know that Semi Bird was offered $500,000 to step down from running?
Yep.
$500,000 to step down from running. Coercion is illegal.
For the Republican Party too! It wasn't the Democrats!
Republican Party. So when we found out, when we, the People Against Communism, found out about the amendment, the 5 or more letter amendment, we showed up to Pierce County because the vice chairman was having an open public meeting, and he said, ask us anything. So we came and we wanted to know about this. When we showed up, he told us that we had to show our ID, which we did not, and neither did the people before us who walked in. Nobody else had to show ID, just me and her. And when we refused to show our ID, they had us trespassed from our building. This is what they're doing to us. If you question, if you speak out, if you go against, and if you have your own thought process, they get you in trouble for it. And then they silence you so you can't say anything else.
Thought police. That's
Thought police, exactly. So, fast forward after we're trespassed from the Pierce County Republican building. At the state convention, one of the Pierce County Republican Party members, I won't say his name, but he knows who he is, made up lies.
Tig McMullen. And who else? Who else was it?
David Prutzman.
Yep, both of them.
David Prutzman made lies about Semi Bird. He said things that Semi would have never said. Semi's classy. Let's be honest, Semi's classy. So now we have Republicans making lies about other Republicans and candidates. Woo! And now we have Republicans kicking out Republican voters because they're asking questions. And now what we have is what happened next?
Hold on, give me a minute. There's so much corruption.
There's so much that happened in between those guys. I'm so sorry. So they kicked him out. Oh, let's just talk about our Republican media who went as far as obtaining illegal military documents
Against him.
to smear Semi Bird. Our Republicans, our leaders, our media, and whatever else you want to consider them, our people are working harder to destroy our own Republicans than they ever did to destroy Bob Ferguson's name.
This is America, and they take more from you than you make. How's that fair? Where's your money going? Ask yourselves that. Our schools still suck, our roads still suck, our government still sucks. So where is our money going? In their pockets, because suddenly they're all millionaires. Have you seen their cars, their houses, their suits, their shoes, their mansions? Some of them own 3-4 houses.
How do they do that?
How do they do that on a legislative salary? I would like to know, on $100,000 a year, how do you own 2 mansions? How do you own sports cars? How do you vacation every week? Where's the money going? Look at your roads. Look at your schools. And let's talk about the schools. If you guys want to win in Washington State, if you actually want to win in Washington State, pull your kids! Get your kids out of those damn schools!
Yeah.
They don't care about your kids. They're teaching them the most disgusting shit you've ever heard of in your life. They want to cut off their body parts. They want to teach them how transgender history in every single subject, not just history class. In fact, a legislator in Washington, D.C. the other day said, I don't know how to turn a story problem, I'm sorry, it was here in this Washington. I don't know how to turn a story problem into a transgender question? That's a good question. Can any of you figure it out? Because the only way you're going to be able to do it is Johnny Wienerless. I mean, what do you say for a story problem?